This man still comes out the water talking about some, nah, I had enough of this. And I'm just watching, like, what is he about here? And apparently Vegeta wanted to find out too. He pulled him home. And to no one's surprise, Cell is still getting hooked. Bro, what happened? Bro, I'm not enough of this but catching 50-piece combos. That shit makes no sense. Look at this man Cell. Brody is cowering in fear right now. Cell, he stopped hitting you a while ago. You could let your guard down. But to everybody's surprise, this man Cell finally gets a hit in, and then they did hit the T-Blast, and this man did not know how to act. Just look at him laughing right now. He really thought he did something. Have any of you seen a man get hype over hitting a grand total of 2 attacks? So Vegeta brings him back to reality. Have this man Cell on the floor rethinking his life. Look at him. I almost feel sorry for him, bro. And it gets worse. For the third time, this man Cell is talking about no more holding back. And then he starts to power up. Like, how many times do we have to teach you this lesson, bro? You are just not like that. And to make matters worse, when he was done transforming, this man Trunks was like, yeah, you sorry. Nah, if I was Cell, that shit would piss me off. Like, shut up, Trunks. I don't need your language. Like, I dropped my fight with Vegeta and started squaring up with Trunks. But he does it, and he goes after Vegeta. And he does the same shit that he did to 19. He lets Cell hit him. And he's just like, that weak shit. And that man Cell starts walking back. He's like, how are you doing this? You're just Vegeta. You're ass. And he was real disrespectful. But then this man, Vegeta, was like, nah. I'm him. Yeah, bro, you are not in the edit. Music is not about to start playing for you. We can let go of the pose now. Please, bro. Please let it go. Batman Vegeta had Cell raging. Look at how bro is standing. Cell has never gotten cooked this bad in his life. He started questioning him even more. He's like, Vegeta. How, Vegeta? At Fusion 17. You should be getting watched. Your ass. This man Vegeta gets this man even more, man. He not telling any of his ops about the hyperbolic time chamber. I do the same shit too. Don't question me. Just know I'm him. I'm not giving you the sauce. I'm gatekeeping. And this man Vegeta was like, it's quite simple actually. I'm him. Thank you or not. After he said that, that man Cell started sleeping. He started clenching his fists like crazy. It started bleeding. And look at this man Vegeta, bro. What is he looking at? Did you see this man? No wonder he had Cell raging. Had that man Cell like, don't be ridiculous. What do you mean you're him? Stop gatekeeping. Drop the knife. This man Vegeta had no interest in giving him anything. He started taunting him even more. He even turned his back to him. Yeah, no, that's a violation right there. And the worst part is this man Cell can do nothing but just stand there and be mad because if he tries to attack him, he's gonna get embarrassed, straight cooked up. There was no hope for him. And they really decided to show the worst duo ever. Krillin and a remote. Don't ever show me a duo like that ever again. If you're gonna show duos, you better put Goku and Vegeta, Naruto and Sasuke, LeBron and Kyrie, or better yet, Blankboy 39 and Codename Super. Oh yeah, he made a joint account. Make sure you check it out. First video was on Optimus Prime fighting for his life in the forest. He was on his knees while the Autobots were out there sightseeing. Somebody help him. So after being flexed on so bad, this man Cell takes a step back to use his attack. He had enough. But peep this. He was really right in front of him. He could have rushed him if he wanted to, but he decided not to. He's scared, bro. And the crazy part is, he had the audacity to start smirking like he did something. Bro, he didn't even put a scratch in him. His whole fit is clean. Last video, we saw this man on his knees, but this video, the prince is back. Look at how he cooks this man. Cell tries to rush him, but he says, then just kicks him and sends him flying. Oh no, but look at Cell's face though. Yeah, he was out there getting work. Batman Vegeta hit him with a deadly combo, sends him flying up and hits him right back down. And look at how he marvels at what he just did, bro. You see that? This man is feeling himself. But this part is kind of crazy though. This man Cell comes out the crater on all fours. Yeah, the violation that we are witnessing needs to be studied, needs to be put in the history books. That man Cell put his foot down. He was like, no, I'm lost. I won't let you like this now. Your ass. When I tell you Cell was tweaked, I mean it. Do you see how Cell is tweaked? What is he doing? The literal definition of bent out of shape. Flexible. This man think he Mario. Oh no. I'm sorry, Cell, but Nintendo doesn't know you. And after doing all that, this man just gets fucked. Sent that boy for a swim. Oh no. And the crazy part is that man Cell still wasn't safe. That man Vegeta ran and stayed underwater. Oh my goodness. So after cooking him up after a while, they finally come out the water. And this man hits one of the biggest flexes ever. Hey, Cell, you know my son could beat your ass too. And look at how it pans to Trunks. Man's is not in the edit. But look at this man Cell. He turns and he's like, Bro was so shocked. That gotta be the worst news ever. Had him raging. He was clenching his fists yet again. Vegeta was getting ready to end it because it was getting boring. So I had to come up with a new plan, a new angle, something to keep him in the game. And then he had it. He started pitching his idea to Vegeta. He's like, Vegeta, let me get my new form. Promise, it'll give you a challenge. He started talking like one of the gym guys. He like, that's gotta be insane. But that man Vegeta had enough of him. Takes him 50 feet away, made him start rolling. Oh my goodness. Bro gets something, he's like, wait, Vegeta, listen to me. It started to be the funniest thing ever. Bro started yelling, he got his face kicked in. Me, bro, he straight rocks and dirt. This man Vegeta has that him movement. This man Cell gets up the prayer and he gets the glazing. He's like, nah, Vegeta, the Prince of All Saiyans. Surely a glorious man like you would let me transform.
The attention span of students can be really short, and that provides a challenge to keep the entire class engaged.
Schools came to us with this challenge of how do we find a way to hold students' interest in the content. To address this, we assembled an experienced team to professionally film video lessons using some of the best cinematic equipment and technology available.
Acellus breaks the course material into short video lessons that keeps the students' attention. Students advance through each concept at their own pace and can rewatch videos on.
So this man Vegeta got rinsed up by Cell. It was all over once that man Cell started off with Prince Vegeta. It had this man smiling the whole time. Like, look at this. Can they stop flirting, bro? Hey, yo. But no, this really got me pissed off on watching this. They did not have to write bro like this. Why is he allergic to winning? Just take your win. Like, come on, Vegeta. You don't gotta sell.
Why is this? So,
but anyways, Vegeta's favorite graph is fuck around and find out. It's crazy how they have 3 Z fighters on that island and the only one not selling is Trunks. Trunks goes to stop Cell because you don't need to see another Injiggy table. The PTSD started kicking in from when the future Injiggies cooked up Gohan for 14 years and chased bro out of his hometown. That shit is wild. Can't even lie, they went down in history as the best duo of all time. They were too dominant in their era. I'm talking Shaq and Kobe, they had a dynasty. But anyways, Trunks is like, you gotta get through me first. And we see Cell's raging because he just got in his ass beat and just had to glaze Vegeta for permission to get his new form. Nah, bro, if I had to do all that glazing and this motherfucker Trunks pulls up on me, I'm fighting back tears. Bro, I just did all of that. Just let me have this. Please. But here go Krillin. Bro could have just waited and held on to the remote. Just in case. Let's destroy him from 18. Bro thought she was about to jump into his arms after he did that. Thinking in a movie. No. Even she said that was stupid. I know bro wanted to fall to his knee. That shit made him sick. But nah, let's skip to the part where Cell pulled up on him. That is the funniest shit ever. Their squad was entered 16, 18, and Krillin. Don't got me using the Divine Boom sound effect. What type of lineup is that? Look at Krillin trying mad hard just to do 0 damage. Bro is ass. And come on, bro, what is this? Yeah, now we just doing anything. This man really just threw his arm like that, and to top it off, bro is running at him with 2 HP. Look at him. Like, it's time to hang the jersey up, bro. This is not about a workout. You're done. Doing mad punches and doing no damage. This man Cell is like, that shit tickle. Get your weak ass down. Look at bro's face. You know he don't want to get back up. And look at 18. She should have been using that energy to fly the other direction. But no, she pulls up on Cell, and this man Cell is having the time of his life. Look at him. Cell was getting cooked up by Vegeta, but started reverse boosting. Got into the easy lobbies. Now kind of crazy how this team is set up like they have in Naruto. Most of the teams be having 2 guys and 1 girl. Like we got Team 7, Team 10, and this one will fit right in Team shit. I'm not gonna lie, I just want to skip to the perfect Cell transformation. But before I do that, why did this man Vegeta try to play Trunks like that? Bro talking about something you won't. I won't what? I'm looking like Broly. Man's had white eyes. But now let's actually get to the transformation, because this shit was crazy. This has to be the best Dragon Ball Z villain transformation we got. This transformation was so tough, this man Trunks started hating. He tried to break one of the sacred rules of anime and rushed to stop it. This man Cell was like, bitch, I'm not finished. You know you're not allowed to do that. Come on. This transformation was like 4 minutes long. If you ever get the time to rewatch it, you should. But now look at how he came out the transformation. He is glowing. Crazy. I'm not gonna lie, Vegeta, you should have left while you were ahead. Look at this man Cell. What is he looking at? It's from not him to I'm him. This shit is scary. Like I said before, these Dragon Ball Z transformations are the equivalent to dudes getting a fresh cut. They are never like the 98% of people in New Year's. They always talk about some New Year, new me. And then by the end of the year, they don't even be getting the before and after transformations. They be getting the before and before that. Bro, it's been a whole year. What happened? But let's get back to it. We see Cell. This man is infatuated with himself.
I'm gonna kill
He's
you.
on some, ooh, look at me. Had this man feeling, fighting back tears. This is crazy. I know you saw that weak ass flashback for that weak ass kiss. She living in this man's head rent free right now. I was about to say you don't be rushing main villains like that, but I'd be lying. Because he also rushed through. I'm gonna have to give this man respect. He is brave. But unfortunately, it doesn't mean anything because his attacks zero damage. He knew it was up when he used his patented move to construct this, and this man just brushed it off. That shit had me confused, because that shit was really cutting up people like Frieza. But anyway, so was like, enough of that weak shit. Goes up to Throne and is like, that don't work. There's no way out of this.
Into the line.
Yeah. Kiss this man Krillin. And nah, why does Cell always take people into punk animations? Y'all looking like LeBron. Come on now. Time for them to finally stand off. This man has never done that pose in his life. Look at him. And that's like no becoming different. This man Vegeta goes after him and starts attacking. And he just blocks it all off. Look at his face. This man is straight flying. He didn't throw one attack. That shit low-key scared me. Because what type of devious, nefarious acts does he have planned? Why is he waiting so long to fade him? That man had you on your knees. I know you're plotting something. Now this had Vegeta fans on a lifeline. Because we not even a minute in. Vegeta started C-spam. And what's worse, he started smirking like he did zero. So the smoke clears and he realizes that Cell is behind him. And guess what, bro? His next decision is, does he A, try boxing him? B, he's spin again. C, fly away. Or B, ask for help. And if you know who Vegeta is, there's only two options you could have chose from. And guess what? He keeps things. And you could guess how that worked. It didn't. It didn't work at all. Matter of fact, we're starting to see what's really going on. Cell is making this man Vegeta lose his mind. I was sitting here wondering why he didn't fade, but he is fading it psychologically. You see, every second he does an attack, he makes Vegeta look even worse. They got so bad that Cell let Vegeta hit him. When we saw this man took no damage, that man was like, alright, y'all can jump him now. Vegeta would rather get sent to the depths of hell than accept help. He's too far gone. But this man is starstruck because he really put his all into that attack, and this man is over there smirking. We need to normalize running from villains. Not everything is about honor. Sometimes you just want to live, bro. This man Cell finally hits me. Vegeta just looks like he wants to cry, bro. I feel bad. No, why keep doing the pranks like that? Had Brody like, let himself fall to the water. I'm watching like, damn, he rage quit. Vegeta eventually comes out the water and, oh no, Cell has done it. He just checked every box. He had Vegeta on his knees. But here comes the icing on the cake. This man Vegeta uses a final flash. That move may look cool, but it got no accolades. That move hasn't caught one body. Big Bang better. Argue with your mother. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm about to tell y'all something I never shared with him. The way I hopped on the bandwagon when this man had Cell looking like this, I was like, that's my favorite character right there. And then bro regenerated like 2 seconds after, and I was just like, nah, that shit was funny though. Cell was really like, bring that shit. And then when he uses the attack for real, he like, oh nah, hold on. Do you see 16? He's like, oh nah, he's bugging. Either that or he's thinking of how many birds are about to get eviscerated by Vegeta's attack. Who knows what the man's ever thinking? But it's pretty much over. Cell is walking over to Vegeta. And as we see, he's clearly looking to end this man. Throw his leverage and fires the key blast. And this man hits him with the JoJo pose. I don't even watch that show and I know that's the pose. And then he starts keep spamming again. And Cell comes out to lie and shit. I'm not gonna lie, watching this shit gonna make me cry. Bro. Like, why are you doing it like that, bro? Look at him struggling to get up, bro. Nah, Prince, please. But nah, he takes him up and hits him with the down air and this shit's over. Bro sold the squad, now he's eating dirt. Nah, this shit is crazy. I know that's it for Perfect Cell's Get Back, but hold on. Before y'all get on Vegeta's head for doing all this, let's not forget that Goku basically did the same shit with Frieza. He just won, and that's the crazy part. They really are the same people. They're always one decision away from selling, and they basically choose it every time. Oh yeah, thanks for 77K. Alright, I've seen some people wanted me to do Piccolo versus 17. And I cannot blame you because this was a great fight. And around this time, Goku beat AIDS, Vegeta went into the time chamber, and most importantly, Piccolo fused with Khan. And y'all need to stop letting this man Piccolo fuse, bro. Because he be acting brand new when he gets that power up. Piccolo fusing is the equivalent of a man getting a fresh cut. Just look at how this man does 17. He goes behind him and 17's like,
damn, he really about to rock my shit.
Hits him with that mean elbow. The second he turns around, he catches some music. Piccolo was just wilding out, throwing mad punches, and then 17 was like, hold up, let me try real quick. Catches his fist and kicks him away. He started to sit up in his chair. I'm like, oh no. And they take that shit to the sky, started wilding out again. The way that was moving, you knew this shit was going to be a classic. The animation was top tier, and you can't deny it. And this is what I mean by you can't let Piccolo fuse. This man teleported right behind 17 with his back turned just to dodge his attack. I saw this, I was like, nah, he playing it. And look at 17 trying to play that shit off with the flip. Piccolo had to spin the block to make sure he was the flyest in the room, and he did. Look at him with his back turned. Who does bro think he is? You are not in the edit. Someone need to give Piccolo heat on the way he always be having his back turned. Piccolo got that man 17 eating dirt. Oh no. Somebody get him up. After Piccolo makes 17 eat dirt, he's ready to finish his ass off. Him and Trunks do not play. They always be trying to finish fights as soon as possible. 17 gets up and Piccolo is just ready to boom. And 17's like, oh no, this man is tweaking. He's trying to delete it. And that man was right because Piccolo's attack looked like a whole loop. I was like, damn. After 17 sees the aftermath, he's like, all right, Piccolo, now you're bugging. And then the camera turns to Piccolo and he's like, yeah, I did that shit. That was me. And then they go back to fighting. But keep the IQ from Piccolo. He throws mad key blast the first time, knowing that shit wouldn't work. He was a setup for the next time he'd use it. Like, this man is going mad key blast at 17, and he's like, bro, fuck is you trying this sweet shit again for? And he was talking crazy. He was like, maybe I gave your ass too much credit. The hell is he doing this dumb shit again for? And I was thinking the same thing too when I watched it for the first time. I was really just confused why he was just spamming that shit. And that man was clowning him for having clone trooper aim. Then you realize that his ass got caught. Once I saw this shit around him, I was like, oh no, it's GG for 17. Piccolo had that devious smile like Cacho dumbass, and I'm like, oh shit, keep this man's utensils because he cooking up. Piccolo just pulled out one of the best moves in his bag, that Hellzone grenade, and then he uses it. I'm like, yeah, say goodbye. And that shit just kept going. I'm like, yo, and everything turned gray. Piccolo just admiring his artwork. Vader would be cheesing if he saw some shit like this. We all know what happens. The smoke clears and we see 17 has a barrier. Like, damn, they didn't give Piccolo anything. If I was Piccolo and put that much effort to catching my opponent and that shit doesn't work, I'm flying home. Y'all got it. Evil has won. I do not care. That man 17 said, let's relocate and finish the fight. The island is gone. They both dipped to a new island and they find it. And they said, nice new island. Can't wait to ruin this one too. 17 talking about some, oh, I'm about to try now. Then pulls out this goofy ass Looney Tunes stance. I'm like, oh, nah, he cannot box. And 17's like, hold on, let me get a little closer real quick. And then they stand off again. And this time, 17 got a slightly better stance. Then 17 starts running the fade. Had that boy Piccolo eating dirt. He was piecing him up. Then Piccolo clutches up, dodging the last two attacks. And then he starts doing mad backflips. Like, bro, relax. You are not Spider-Man. Code 17, those punches are weak as hell. Got no power in that shit. And looking at that stance, I believe it. I know that shit does no damage. No way be out here stealing stances from Mario. And 17 was just like, what? On my fade. Goes at it. And then he hits Piccolo with the music elbow. And then Piccolo kicks him back. I'm just sitting there like, nah, this fight is exquisite. Piccolo catches him with the headbutt, and 18's like, hold up, he's actually evenly matched with 17. And I don't know why the camera went to 16. He's just thinking about birds and TV static. But no, this shit really was evenly matched. They was going hit for hit. Piccolo using 17 to make Beyblade arenas. Both of them just blocking each other's hits. Like, Piccolo was putting in work. While Roma was clutching up, she just did her remote to destroy 18. But her only mistake was telling Krillin. Look at everybody getting hyped, not knowing that there's a sellout right in front of them. Look at Krillin talking about some bring the remote. And Mel, he about to sell open this weak ass kiss. Meanwhile, Piccolo's still fighting, trying to hit 17 with the roller. Now he tried to violate, but 17 couldn't let that slide, had a counter again. And this shit turned into WWE. They just kept slamming each other to the ground. And then 17 hits Piccolo with the crazy gut punch, and then it turns into a turn-based fighting game. They just kept hitting each other with full power. Nobody even bothered blocking. I'm just watching this shit like, damn. They was going hit for hit. Shit was crazy. But then this man, Cell, he just had to ruin it. Bro was camping, waiting the third party. Piccolo looks to his left, and there he was, just waiting there. And I don't know why Cell posing like he cold. Bro waited till they were at 10 HP to show up. You are not him.
My hands were too frozen to brake safely. I was coming down a hill on my morning commute. The car pulled out ahead of me. I squeezed the brakes and felt nothing. My fingers were so numb I couldn't tell if I was even gripping.
Oh, nah, no wonder he took out 18 first. And I know you guys wanted to see the Trunks get back, but we gotta go over this violation. First off, Trunks was talking crazy. He talking about, I don't need to go back in the past. I can handle the intricacies on my own. And this man had the audacity to say, you know, I'm a Super Saiyan, right? Like, okay, and Bulma was on him too. She said, so what's going on? And he got cooked. So get your lame guy in the time machine and go help Goku. So they were arguing, and then the radio goes off. This man walks up to the radio listening in like he a vigilante. You are not Batman. So Trunks goes because he thinks he could win. And when the Intriguities were just about to leave, Bro pulls up on some, where do you think you're going? And 18's like, well, if you don't shut your weak ass up, goes up to him and hits him with the fade, sends his man line. He crashes into the building. And then this man, Trunks, uses the weakest move ever. 18 just casually dodges it. That move is catching no one. Trunks throws a punch. I thought it hit her, but 18 grabs it. And then she proceeds to rock this man again. He gets sent flying and is like, you know what? I don't care if this is cheating. I'm using my sword. Come here. She dodges the first one, dodges the second one, and I'm like, oh nah, how you gonna try to cheat with the sword and you still getting embarrassed? And her standing on the sword is a violation. He tried to hit her for the third time after that, and she pulls one of the craziest dodges. Bro, look at that. Oh nah. 17 comes to jump in, but bro, look at him. He thinks he's the Flash. So bro runs in, tries to trip him, fails, and then Trunks tries to hit him with the sword, and then he misses. As this man got in one hit since he used that sword, bro, put it down. And for the third time, he tries to hit him with the sword, and this man catches it and says, I see your point. Like, shut up, 17. No wonder Gohan got that last hit on 17 before he went out. He's annoying. Real quick, thanks for 16K. So last time we left off, we saw Trunks getting body while cheating with the sword. And we all know that you need to put that shit down. That sword had no hits. He just like that one SoundCloud rapper from high school. He telling everybody he dropping a new song, then somebody airdrops him this meme. Oh no, we can't even have dreams anymore. Anyways, Android 18 comes up to Trunks and hits his name with a Rasengan and sends that boy flying. His sword drops and then they key spam him. They must have thought his ass was gone. He's not going out the key spam, he comes out the smoke swinging. He goes after 17 for that weak ass joke. That boy caught the mean fade, no minor. And look at 18, she thought she was about to sneak a hit, and that boy Trunks was on that. Kicks her in the stomach and hits a home run with no bat. That shit was clean. And then he fires a key blast to end it off. But we all know that doesn't work. They even had a fake ass oh no expression. You would think that they were finished. Someone give them an Oscar. And look at Trunks. Bro really thought he had it. Talking about some, I did it. Bro, did what? And the androids are evil. They come out the rubble. 17 talking about some, what exactly did you do with your weak ass? Trunks gets angry. He starts key blast spamming. That's how you know he's Vegeta's son. And to no one's surprise, that shit does not work. And you would think that after Trunks sees that it did no damage, that he wouldn't try that shit again. But no, this man 17 baits him, and Trunks falls for it and does the same thing again. Why? At this point, I'm watching it like, yeah, just jumping, bro. Like, just jumping. And that's exactly what they did. 17 comes out the building and hits him with a mean backhand. As that boy Trunks flying in there, slides right to 18, and she takes a penalty, gets him back for that home run. And this shit just turns into a horror game. Matter of fact, this is just a Dragon Ball the Breakers ad. Bro was just out there running. The Intricacies turned Trunks into a track star, had bro running. They turned this shit into a cliche cartoon. Trunks thought he was safe, and then he turns around like,
damn, he really about to rock my shit.
So now they just got Trunks on the ground looking sorry and shit. And I know Vegeta rolling in his grave right now. This is just a violation. He going out sad. They moved his ass out the building, and all of a sudden he's a Super Saiyan. I don't know what happened. But look at 18 though. You are not Michael Jordan. So 17 sends Trunks to go drown. They try to do him like Jiraiya, but he was not going out like that. He gets up out the water, and this man 17's like, yeah, anyways, sit your weak ass down. Uses the key blast and had him laid out like a mattress. Then he walks up to him and lifts him up with his shoe. Like, this is that villain shit I'm talking about. You have to be a certain type of person to do this shit. And what happens next is just sad. I know Vegeta's looking up at this mad as hell. Trunks gets up, throws punches, and that shit is just doing no damage. And 18 was like, enough of that weak shit, trips him and walks him to a new stage where 17 is waiting. And this is just a vile combo right there.
Come on, Gohan, you
Never seen some shit like this. So after they were done comboing Trunks, this man, 17, turns Trunks into a welcome mat, started wiping the bottom of his shoe on his face. 17 was about to end it. And 18 comes in like, let me. See, that would have pissed me off, because why are you feeding? Trunks definitely remembered that one and came back. She set herself up to getting packed up by Trunks first. As we know, Trunks somehow survives her, and Bulma must be wondering with herself. Because how did she even save Trunks? That man should have been under mad rocks like cookies over there. But anyways, Trunks wakes up and is like, you know what? I want to go back and help Goku. The Atreides really beat this man into making better decisions. I guess bullying works. Alright, it's finally time for the get back. I never seen someone look so innocent before absolutely violating. Just look at him waving like he's not about to cook the Atreides. Nah, who says Dragon Ball doesn't have good writing? They got Gohan suited up for the funeral. That's that foreshadowing. Trust me. On the way back, we can see that Trunks has one thing on his mind. Revenge. They done off Gohan, use his face as a doormat, and we can't forget how 18 feeds to end it. It's over. So Trunks finally gets back and lands. And he runs inside the house to where Bulma is, and she starts inspecting him, and she like, yep, we see. So they were sitting and talking, and the radio goes off talking about how the Androides were out there attacking the city, destroying buildings and shit. And here goes Trunks thinking he's Superman. He gets up like, this house to stop. Throws away the jacket. Dun 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 dun, superhero head ass. He goes Super Saiyan and flies out. And look at this. And look at this. He has never flew like this in his life. I'm crying. He doesn't make big news. We see the androids on day 300,000 having control over the whole population, and they just still out here destroying buildings. They actually have to go. How would you not order this? That's what Trunks is here for. Look at 18 talking about, let me handle him first. Bro, you are not handling shit. She fires a Q blast, this man Trunks dodges it, and then he goes behind her and just rocks her. He like, shut your weak ass up. Me.
I'm not tapping into my full
She gets so mad as shit that she just got faded like that. Goes straight after him. But she didn't know he a part of Weave Nation, starts dodging everything. He throws another punch, he catches it and gives her a knee. And hold up, y'all saw that? She trying to hit fadeaways in Dragon Ball. First the shoulder shrug, now this is crazy. You are not Jordan. And look at how Trunks is moving, bro. Swears he's in the edit. We get it, bro. You dodged it. It's finally time. He laid the fit out the night before for just one moment. 18 just got worse. She looking at 17 like, let's jump his ass. It's been 14 plus years and the jumping has never failed them. Look at 17 smiling like this about to be light. Listen, 17, just because you were farming wins off of Puddlehan doesn't mean you about to farm wins off of Trunks. They go in and Trunks leaves 18 so bad he had her moving out the frame. Shorty is lost, give her a map. Then he dodges 17. He had bro tweaked. What is he looking at? Oh, no, that shit was vile. Look at this man 17. Bro, he smacked the evil out of him. And look at 18 with these weak-ass key blasts. This man Trunks didn't even bother dodging them. He just blocked all of them and went straight for her. Then he uses this crazy attack and booms her. Turns Shorty into straight plungers. He had 17 like, oh, no. And then this man turns around like, square up. You're next. Goes straight after him. This man doesn't block, dodge, or anything. Just gets his shit cooked. And then this man Trunks does 80,000 flips. Now this man Trunks is trying to hit a clip on 17. Doing that many flips is egregious. But anything to slide for harm. Look at this man 17. You would think Trunks doing all these flips would give him time to run, leave, or something. But that kid got him laid out like a mattress. Bro is still slumped. But Trunks finally gets the last Andrigity, and the world is finally saved. But there's one more person he gotta beat. Well, this man Trunks knows Cell is trying to hit a lick on him and take his time machine. He tells Bulma to dip out. She wasn't listening at first, but she got the message. Because once you see bro's face, that is the face of a man that is not about to get caught lacking. Bulma's like, oh shit, he's serious. Runs inside. And Trunks is like, Cell, you're not low. I know you're there. He like, huh? And then we see the angle this man Cell is hiding at. And I'm like, bro, why is he peeking around the corner? Nothing is even covering him. He'd be better off standing on top of buildings like he's Batman. So Cell is like, damn, I guess you're not an easy lick. And Trunks is like, yeah, I guess I'm not. And Cell starts walking up. Trunks is like, hold up, the Andromedans have been destroying buildings for no reason for years. We gonna have to relocate. He gets Cell up out of it, hits him with the stage. And look at how Trunks is standing. He thinks he's in. So Cell and Trunks both power up. And Cell, still thinking it's about to be life, rushes in first, gets absolutely cooked, gets sent flying. Cell shoots a key blast, and Trunks is like, get that weak shit out of here. Then he hits it to the ground. And Cell just like, I should be cooking this man. This shit gotta be a fluke. Goes back in. But Cell should have just stayed where he was, because he just gets cooked. And we see that this man Cell just got fucked up. He trying to resist Vegeta's DNA and now hold his left arm. Cell for the third time tries to attack him. He uses his tail. But Trunks catches it and throws him up. Cell's about to use an attack on him. Trunks cannot stand it. listen to you, bro. He pulls one of his best without you that.
My
Like,
turn now.
and this attack actually eviscerates Joe.
Not done yet.
I'm not fucking losing to no fucking minion, bro.
Next, fill out the form to create your free account. Okay? Next, the city state.
My daughter
Today,
was born this year, and I want my little girl to live a happy life on a peaceful planet. So, if you're threatening that peace, we got a problem.
sign up for a paid plan and offer you will handle the process. Every something to acceleration. So it's the momentum of the future that you become.
What do you honestly believe that I want to do?
This'll finish you off.
Oh,
Kamehameha!
like, look at this. They got my bullet and sorry, yeah. Look at that one. And the worst part is, before all this happened, they were there like out there making their own food. And the little was stepping up the food, look, and standing over here having himself a plate, something else. And this is good. And goes right back to you. Now, hold up, bro. That's not even a plate. He's getting out of the whole pot. They just your name else to get a portion. He's on the piece of shit. Meanwhile, we got folks hugging this woman going on and using those like you're a battle. And that boy did he thought he was a superhero. Look at this. Hey, stop right there. As it talks the food that we going away. And look at this man go through space. He's mad as shit. Like, I don't even look at the fact that they threw going away. I'm 99% sure it's because he threw his feet away. Like, you see Gohan get his ass beat battle, and that boy did he thought he was a superhero. Look at this. Hey, stop right there. As they toss the food that been going away. And look at this man go through space. He is mad as shit right now. I don't think it's the fact that they threw going away. I'm 99% sure it's because he threw his feet away. Like, we've seen Gohan get his ass beat and Goku just stood there smiling. But what we haven't seen is something different talking over and you know how Goku does it. This one struck him a little different. Something like something else.
Tapping into my full strength.
He goes right back.
Is that because I haven't been training?
That's not even a plate. He's getting out of the whole pot, making sure no one else can get a portion. He is in a piece of shit. Meanwhile, we got folks, little cousin just swimming going around and using bro like he a paddle bro. And that boy Goku thought he was a superhero. Look at this. Hey, stop right there. As they toss the food and going away. And look at this man go through space. He is mad as shit right now. And I don't really think it's because of the fact that they threw Gohan away. I'm 99% sure it's because he threw his eats away. Like, we've seen Gohan get his ass beat before, and Goku just stood there smiling. But what we haven't seen is some villain tossing away like that's never happened. And you know how much Goku loves it. This one struck him a little different. So after like 15 seconds of meeting him again, he was over y'all. Y'all haven't heard about us? We're Kuga's Armored Squadron. Woo! They really said that with so much pride, but didn't realize they had no emotion. They're not like the movie.
My daughter was born this year, and I want my little girl to live a happy life on a peaceful planet.
This man down here thinking Spider-Man.
You're threatening that peace.
You're just like, but anyway, don't get them with the never heard of you and you have no time for this. Just speak the violence. This shit, I'm at least never seen you this. They all have my own legacy of this and keep this smooth. Let's fast fly by and makes you think about how trash you on the way out. Makes you feel like both of them you know you get that shit in the house. Verify that it seems as a parkour option. But you outside of the better that thing is supposed to be and easily flip it. Yeah, those were just the first experiments on this movie. You knew this shit was going to be a classic. But they got fucked so bad they had to all the time out. They held it and talked it over and came up with a new game. They like, let's see. He's not like that. He's got a couple of confidence out of him. They all run at him simultaneously this time. And I know you just see him standing there looking at nothing pose. That's like most of the character. There's no fear. Not a single fake news and they pretty locked. They squad got behind all of the guys doing and just staring off into the distance. But I can't handle them instead of eye contact. Now they're all a part of one of the hardest things to go. You know we put it up on this IG. Goku's just like, putting them all up the frame, and then the cameraman slipped his fingers to go on the frame. And you can kill me. Look, your ass is not knocked out. There's no way that this type of face and you get put to sleep, sitting there dreaming. Yeah, he's not trying to fight for it. That shit is safe. But the cameraman cuts back to Goku with his jumping and they set up the triangle off of the 96 bullets to Goku for the most attack. Here's the plan on the season, especially who's on IG. If you do one full thing, you never get out of this, nigga. Shows up the idea of sense of class in this direction. They get their like taking place momentarily. But maybe Frieza was right to call him out because so that really has to motivate him and try to don't lost not that wasn't happening.
Not bad, boy.
They stopped eating the glimpses, but getting ready to hit Goku with the push. But Goku's fire sense goes off, making him ready for it, and makes him get the brain cells out of his own tumor. And this makes him 0 for 3 and trying to jump him, and 0 for 1 is attempting to sneak him. I'll make that shit 0 for 2 because my balloon is asking unavoidable support on the board. But y'all are down 50 for a reason. The whole squad is elite garbage. This man had a wide open ring. Still moving. He had his back and
I've underestimated you, son of Goku. You say and surprise me and to no end.
I'm just thinking to stand out and say, on imports, you're not practical. Like, bro, you can call it. Like you said, you know, this is the local plan. They all go down and line up again. This is where cooler makes he discussed started snapping, getting that he had just not. I'm not going to lie that for I don't know if it's more so chemistry and food or if it was even chemistry fitness. I thought about it for a second. Previously, that boy was stepping back on the muscle. I see it going to be this thing. And this next part will be just so the one who's flying through your hair, up and down. I'm watching this shit like you're going from your spinal. He was just looking up in the air, staring at him like, this tends to flip his wings. And Goku been hearing about all the bad father allegations, decided to end the right thing. That's the execution. That's just like, you just, I can't go out like this. And Goku turns into a passed out scout. He hits it. Until the very late flash, and his aim gets hitting with his heart. So unfortunately, that's what he beat up. The bullet gets stuck. Goku falls in the water. A few minutes later, Goku and Gohan finally come up the hill. And it is clear as day that Goku needed that. This is what Gohan goes up. He remembers he's not young, he dies to be useful, and goes on the journey to get as strong as intensity. So all the way back and he gets straight up. They shot that in place.
I think my combat instincts are starting to come back.
Do you honestly believe I wasn't let you defeat me?
Looking like Kevin looks at that one. He argued about the police and going
Saiyans already! I am not allowing another one to be added to the list!
Dragon the movie and there's particular card you can stay in like my man's like one of the hardest fluid of all time. It wasn't no 26 where he gets 10 and then you shit for the rest of the group. He was out there. It starts off with Piccolo standing with his arms folded, waiting for somebody to try. And Piccolo's cousin follows the special grab, looking around to find out, tries attacking him. He only put a hole through their cage, and Piccolo's so put right above
If memory serves, this transformation is your final.
Yeah, real soon you better be doing nothing but bark. You're gonna take his helmet off and look like this. Like his friend comes in and gets
When I think of
no listen. All that aggression to get blocked. Lots in him. Yeah, absolutely. No get back to see here. You see his friend get a fuck and chase it after the moment. He's like, fuck that. I'm going in the easier lot. Not gonna lie, this is just showing how sorry the squad is. I haven't seen them beat anybody over 4 feet tall. Straight beasting on going, killing
Frieza,
and Tyson.
I will never forgive you for this.
Like, nah, pronounce this fight, it's a fire effort. And this
It's
dumbass
your
living organism
fault
goes in front of his
that
last just
everyone
like
has
70
had
hours
to
back in the head.
suffer.
My God,
What?
he could literally out the way. And they popped up talking about something missing. Bro, he wasn't going to. He was going for his family member. It's the shit, boom. This is just blocking things. It's the strongest attacks on holding this place. And somebody got to give that boy Piccolo an Oscar
You don't
because he
even
was
have
taking
that
it
golden
crazy.
Super
He told
Saiyan
it so well
hand
that he
yet.
started to
You're
talk shit
stronger
and
than
Piccolo was sitting
before.
there plotting. It's like the
Well then,
devious
as
grin,
long as we're letting
compensation plus
pure
the attack on
arrogance
his
take the
turning
wheel,
into a
I
Christmas
might as well
tree.
follow
After all
suit.
that,
So
he
let's
turns his
step it up a
attention to
notch,
Jason's brother.
shall
He
we?
starts fighting action. That's what the president is saying. I'll give you a hint. It's what anyone would do against the 7'5" green man. Ran, bro. He started flying through the hole. This is Piccolo. How loud does he tell? Look at it. He's not even trying to catch him. He's just trying to show that he's faster than him. Basically, he'll go with the Jackson Storm.
I've
Told him
left
it's
you
over and
utterly
passes. But he
speechless.
said, I'm not going to get done
If
like
you
waiting, so he
surrender
sends a
now, I
blast.
might be merciful enough to keep your suffering to a minimum, but no
Because no one
promises.
believes his attack can be one-shotted him but himself. Look at him
Surrender?
diabolically laughing.
Not
Feeling
in a
like he's won the
million
fight for
years.
sure, but he didn't. Slap laughing just for
All
Piccolo to
this
come out the
time,
Hoover's unscathed. I
I've
can
worked
expect
hard
a
to
third
train
audience
myself
to he could return
so
that
that I
shit to
can
the store
protect the
if he wanted.
people I
He
love.
goes on the bench and pulls out
So
the 3
noble and so sad that your efforts were for naught. Your family and all the rest of your friends,
Look at this
they'll
finishing
soon
cutscene
perish
as
by my
did
golden
all that
might.
just to put a hole through his shirt. No blood or anything. Just the tip of his hand out. So here I was talking about how he could
His
return the ship. I
power!
guess he
This
can.
battle
Good
is
job. He
unbelievable.
attacks Piccolo again and he can't. He just taking his time with his stand off. And this is where it happens.
Frieza?
They make no noise. It's the
Die!
fear of planet Earth. All that they want you to think they want you so bad. Like you see. That ain't that. That's the way you're making that noise in the job. You're involved with it. That's you. Unbelievable.
I'd love to kill Goku more, but I suppose murdering his son is the next best thing.
Well, you'll never get a chance. I'm putting an end to you myself.
Yo, this is giving fat
You're
sex,
in
bro.
my way.
You a bitch, man. You guy can fucking. Literally nothing I could do. Oh, fuck you, bitch. I'm doing this shit.
I'd love to kill Goku more, but I suppose murdering his son is the next best thing.
Well, you'll never get the chance. I'm putting an end to you myself. I'll start. Kamehameha! I'll start. Kamehameha! Your potential fully unlocked again. All your movements are as slow as molasses to me, Frieza.
Preposterous. This is not over, do you hear me? I'm teaching you a lesson in respect, Saiyan. I am mighty and you are not!
Stop me if you've heard this one before. Take your arm, get off this planet. Never come back. Give up your evil ways. And only then
But now it's
will I
time for the
stop
main event.
attacking.
Goku
Bitch
versus
ass
King
nigga.
Koopa.
You think I'd accept that offer? You're
This
even more
event,
idiotic
and
than
Goku's just
Goku
head
is soft-hearted.
up. And that is the
Every
first thing
word
that is said. But he lets go of him, and Goku opens his arms to catch him. I'm just sitting there.
bastard.
Is he gonna miss his catch like he did on that? But nah, it was worse. Holly was in mid-air with him catching this.
I would rather die than surrender to the child of my worst enemy.
Buffalo Piccolo looking crazy, and the cameraman cuts the cooler, and he was just like, damn, I didn't mean to do all that for him. But he had to lock in, save face, he's a villain. Puts on the devious grin. And here comes his shitty ass minion. Bro wanted to be involved so bad. hits him with the right hook and gets completely removed. And I'm
Awesome!
not
You
gonna
took
lie,
it
I
to
think I'd
him,
rather
go
get
nice
him
go.
3 times.
Thanks, guys.
Gohan, are you
Not
okay?
even looking in his direction.
Yeah.
It's crazy. He getting treated like Mr.
Actually,
Satan. And the crazy
Piccolo,
part is that
while
someone
I
else
was
who chooses
fighting
to be a
Frieza,
character in the Z universe,
even
Mr.
though
Satan
I
like you,
outmatched him,
they're still choosing Mr. Satan.
Well,
That's how you
what are
know
you
you're at the
gonna
bottom
do
of
at
the
times
barrel.
like
You might
this
be
when
killing trash.
Goku isn't
But
around
anyways,
and powerful
let's get shit
and...
started.
never.
He powers
I
up.
have
and
people
Goku's
to
sitting there
protect.
like, "Fuck up."
Sure,
And Goku's
I'll
like,
put...
I bet, in charge of that. Got his eyes blinked out. His ass was not ready for all that. He's seeing stars. And he's just like, hey, your order not finished. Gives him a side of and he is just piecing him up. Look at that anger. This is the shit Itachi was trying to
Going
instill
up
in
against the
Sasuke.
fighters of
But instead he
universe.
went to the man that bit his neck. I just know he fell to his knees when he heard about that. But back to the fight. So after all those punches, he kicks him away. He didn't let Bro rest
You know,
for a second.
Gohan, when
He
we
said,
went
I'm not
against...
done.
Thanks,
Goes in for
but
seconds.
if that had
Flies
been a
right
real
out and
fight,
gets the punch
You've
back.
certainly been training hard enough. Even I can't help but notice how
Yeah,
much your
but
damn
you wanna
powers
chill.
and...
No
Sends him
doubt.
for a
In
swing.
fact,
And if you know
Gohan
Dragon
is
Ball for real,
leaps ahead of the
Goku does
level he
not
was
do
at
well
when I
underwater.
watched him
That shit
train.
makes his overall drop by 20 points. He's out there
This
swimming
was
in
due
the
in
water
part to
before,
the help
missing
of
all
the
of his
Elder
attacks.
Kai,
And
of
back out
course.
there, he was damn
But
near
his own
connecting on
effort as
everything.
of late,
But after
your
going
battle
0
with
for 4,
Universe
Cooler
6
gets
is being
confident.
talked
He would
about.
hit a snurk just to
Really?
move his arm out the way and
Yes.
try hitting him with
To know
his
they're
head.
all watching
It's
me?
so garbage that
It's
he's
both
just like,
kind of
hold on, bro.
flattering
Let me hit
and
you with something good.
embarrassing.
Hits Goku with the shoe knife, but he throws it away. And right here is where Goku figured it all out. Got used to being underwater. Goes at him and hits him with his left hook. Keeping it dent in Bro's head. Then he duck checks him and has his eyes rolled up. He looking crazy. And if I was him, I'd make sure no one could get their hands on this photo. This is legacy ending. He finishes the combo off by grabbing his tail, spinning him around, and chucking him out the ocean. And in my head, I'm watching him again. Goku's
Trunks.
really cooking him. Not using Kaioken or Super Saiyan at all. And Cooler over there is in his third form. He should low-key be watching
can't
Goku.
be.
Because Frieza in his third form is giving Goku the win. Maybe without the old reliable spirit bomb to try to handle it. And that shit still didn't work. Meanwhile, his brother over here is hitting a grand total of 0 hits, posing no threat. He really couldn't go out like that, so he reveals his boy.
Is that?
And this is when I really
Me?
beat Toriyama new ball.
No, not
Alongside
quite.
this clean ass
Only
design,
in
he
body, but
gives
not
him
in
that
spirit.
Optimus Prime energy. And it's exactly how
I never
Optimus Prime would
expected
do
to
it
see
too.
you
He says a
here.
one-liner and puts the
Black.
mask on. And even
Black?
though it was cold, I could only fear
No
for what's
wonder
going
I
to happen
couldn't
to
find you,
Goku.
Trunks.
He goes at him with his arm out, Goku just like, hell no. Gets out of
That's
there and
bizarre.
teleports very
The ring
far
must have
away.
created
He
a
thinks he's in
tear
the
in
clear for a good
space-time.
second, and then out of nowhere, Cooler comes from his right and puts a knee
You're
to his
looking
back,
quite
flying
well,
across the map and
Gohan.
slamming him into the wall. Hitting the front of his helmet touches spine. Yeah, real soon he's gonna start moving like the inflatables at the car dealership. After that, he gets him down and sending him into the water. Then he's just looking down
Truth be
like,
known, I've often wondered what it would be like to fight
goes
against you
down
in this
into the
body.
water with him and hits him right in the gut. Yeah,
I
these
can't
attacks
begin
are
to guess
brutal,
who or
and
what
it's
you
hard to
are,
watch Goku getting
but
cooked
my
like
gut
that.
tells me
Bruh,
you're the
you
worst
don't know
enemy
you have
I've
a whole
faced
nother
yet.
form that you're not using, and I'm just sitting
Oh,
there
is that
wondering
what you
why.
think?
You gotta fight back. Goku pulls up behind him and
Fine
just
then.
stands. He got his hair up, unfaking the audience into thinking he's gonna go Super Saiyan, but it's just Kaioken. Disappears out of clear speed, and the prime cameraman is just showing us every angle until it stops and he just takes Goku out of clear.
Let's go
That shit
beyond.
had Goku so
This is horrible.
discombobulated, he started hitting a
It's like
fadeaway back.
fighting
And
the
just
evil
look at Cooler
reflection of
standing there just
yourself.
flexing. Goku's eyes when he comes back. He's still there, just hurting. Oh no. Goku didn't get disrespected like that, so he tries hitting him and he disappears. And while Goku's in the target, Cooler comes back and second just so he can get the solo flip off. After all that, Goku's feeling the sea. Practice things like the left, told him you got it. And Cool's just one of those. Goes up behind him and says, oh, I got it. And slices to the ground and has him slide. Yeah, he wasn't going to let him walk away and do the big reversal. And the shit this man does next gotta be nightmare. He flies to the water like it's a Iron sea and uses all that momentum to gut check Goku. And that way Cooler takes future surroundings way too serious. He hits him with that heavy grab and slams him to the wall, grabs him up, and slams him back down into the ground. And while I'm watching all this happening, I'm just wondering where Vegeta at. I thought he would have pulled up by now. Not one of those pieces, but nah. His ass did not leave the house today. He up. Cooler puts Goku further into the ground, creating an unnatural disaster. Splitting the sea like Moses, then uses his body to create a biblical event. After that, Goku rises out the ground. Look how old alive and the demon gets in the chest. I thought it was having fun or at least do some damage. But no, he just stands there and flies right into it. Goku sees that and he's just like, oh god, knowing that he's hooked. And Cooler comes out with the freaking
You can
pops
hurt
out the
me as
beam
much
of
as you want. The
and
pain
he got my
will
boy
only
Goku
make
looking
me
like he want to
stronger.
sub out. Watching this nigga hit the arcade.
It's
But why
bad.
didn't he go blind yet? He gets his shit and throws him to the wall. And as if that shit wasn't enough, he slams his body not once, but twice. And it's here that I figured out why Goku didn't go Super Saiyan. He just wanted to be theatrical. Look at him falling dramatic as hell. And then he starts picking up the bird. But hey, pay attention now. This Android 16's favorite part. He starts to get up, starts transforming with the bird in hand. And then he raises his arm up and finishes a reload. And now he's up and about, flying again. See what I'm talking about? This shit means something to me, man. And the bird goes up to him and he's just like, hey, good luck with that, my boy. And goes on about his day. But this is where we see Goku transform into a Super Saiyan. He gets cooler with the meanest glare. Look at that shit. I'm not gonna lie, I thought I was gonna witness one of the greatest fights. Like, we saw Goku cooking cooler in base form, and then we saw cooler cooking Goku when you reached his fourth form. So naturally, I thought him going Super Saiyan would just make this shit even. But I literally couldn't be any more wrong. Cooler goes for an attack, and Goku's just right behind him, grabbing his arm like he a misbehaving toddler. And this shit is really embarrassing for Cooler, so he's just like, man, his ass did absolutely no damage. I started to feel bad for him. Because anything Cody does is going to be canceled out by this sorry-ass ending. Goku tells him to give it up, and he starts walking back to his gear. Goku's like, where you going? Goes up to him and chops him out the frame. Right here gotta be one of the most disrespectful things I've seen Goku do. He leaves him and stands there just so Cooler can take a step back and ponder on his actions. He just like, damn, why you gotta fit in for real? This shit not even fun. I just blow up
It's
and
quite
then
simple.
I just
I
go
have
on from
deemed
there.
mortals to be unnecessary, and more than
He uses
that,
the blast to make
unwelcome.
Goku lose track of him. And when he
Paradise
looks
I
up,
am
you see
striving
that he's holding
for.
big ass supernova attack.
Unnecessary?
And this is basically
Gohan,
like a
let
shovel
me
for your
help
own
you.
grave.
Yeah,
Because Cooler throws the
of
attack and
course.
Goku stands
This
10
will
toes.
finish it.
That's that shit. And you could probably guess what happens next. He throws it right back at him.
No.
He blasts it away. And Cooler just
None
like,
of our
what?
attacks
Impossible.
are
He
having
gets his ass
any
taken off the
effect.
map. And he goes
Keep
into the
it
sun.
down, my
And yeah,
rat.
that's the end of the video. Thank you for 413K.
The genetics of your race have allowed this immortal body of mine to both endure and improve from any injury I sustain.
An immortal body?
You're actually a bitch, bro. Oh my god.
Gohan, leave Zamasu to me. Return to the past now.
Oh, yeah.
Were you talking about what you call it, having powers?
Yeah.
He got Vecna's powers, I see.
Yeah. And then 8
Huh?
8 came back.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
should be
She
enough.
was the one
Thanks
in
for
the
teaching.
in the
Listen,
room.
Why wouldn't I?
I had a
the
feeling. I
evil
told her in the chat.
containment
I
way.
said.
Don't start doubting
I
yourself
said it.
now.
I had.
Gohan, if you have the
I had a
will, you
feeling.
can do
Something
it.
said in the
You
room when he
know I
opened the
have no
door and they went in the back. I like that. It's not Vecna. I bet it's 8. In my head, I kept saying it's 8. It's 8. It's 8, and it was. Because I was like, this didn't have Vecna, but I was like, who else would they be in that room? And it was 8. Because I kept thinking, who else got powers on that was on the show? And it was us.
Miracles can happen. How do you like this new form? In the past,
And she was the one who could do all the
your
illusions
innermost
to people to make them think they,
separate from your Saiyan
you know,
power.
seeing what they're not seeing.
Too, can draw on my innermost strength as a god.
Oh, Gohan,
Innermost
boy.
strength? Wait, how do you know about that ritual?
I mean, but with the 3 of them, if they could take Vecna down, no problem.
Yeah, well. I predicted it.
Oh my God. So what you gonna predict at the end? Will gonna become Vecna?
We're gonna
I
die.
know all. I know that the
Oh, if
Saiyans
they
are
kill
always
Vecna,
above
they gonna kill
billions
Will?
at heart.
Yeah.
So of course.
Or is
why
Will already
wouldn't you
dead?
pursue a
Will's
team
probably
the
already
closest
dead.
thing to godship?
This a fitness, what's it called? A fitness, Mike's imagination. Like Mike missed Will so much that he made it all up. I'm just, coming out with, hypotheticals.
My dear Gohan, have you really not pieced
But anyway, we'll see how it ends.
origins of the divine
How did he get on my own?
Okay, darn. You play me. Goodbye. Good night.
Bye.
Don't. Love you.
The god
Love you.
defeated by a mere mortal. You, with the unlimited power of the Super Dragon Balls, I cast off my old skin. Here I stand, my mind in your stolen body, brimming with strength unimaginable. After which, I collaborated with my greatest ally. The Zamasu of this time has come.
What's the coolest Kaioken in all of Dragon Ball? There's, of course, the Kaioken times 4 against Vegeta, where Goku overcomes his perceived limits by doubling the maximum output of the Kaioken that he thought his body could handle. Similarly, the Kaioken
Behold,
times 20
it's time
to the brink against Frieza, and it works incredibly. So just how terrifying Frieza really is. You could even point to one of the Super Saiyan recent moments of Dragon Ball Super, or the various but to me, it's the Kaioken.
Wait a minute.
You mean after...
So we just see base Goku struggling against Frieza and strength. Meanwhile, on King Kai's planet, and Shinhan confidently says Goku could use a Kaioken times 10, only for King Kai to reveal he's already using it and still losing that power Frieza. The reason this is so cool to me is because the manga is originally in black and white, so as a reader, you have no idea Goku is using any Kaioken. That is until this is
Pitiful humans like you aren't worthy of such divine might.
I think so. Can't see how worthy I am.
So, shoot.
But to me, it's the Kaioken. Goku never actually said he's using the Kaioken. So we just see base Goku struggling against Frieza at half strength. Meanwhile, on King Kai's planet, Tenshinhan confidently says Goku could use a Kaioken times 10, only for King Kai to reveal he's already using it and still losing to half-power Frieza. The reason this is so cool to me is because the manga is originally in black and white, so as a reader, you have no idea Goku was using any Kaioken unless you recognize the aura shape. That is, until this insane reveal. This just shows how much of a master Toriyama was at you.
Oh, yeah.
Look.
Let's get it!
Right.
What? Himself, like, the best fighter in the top. Everyone's 50 on the
Zamasu, you don't just...
Yes. After they say the show's out, so you have to go through the week. After 2 years, for the episode.
We're close to finishing him now, but...
It's not over yet.
Nah. No. Please. Let me... I know. But this...
You're right.
Everyone said no, but now this third thing had looking in the news. He said, oh, you gotta see this. And all of a sudden, he told that hop up the next day and started the whole thing. Just so it could be seen for a couple of seconds. And now we're Goku steps
How dare you take advantage of my gift, God, in all of history! I'll start.
It's all good.
I'll start.
It's all good.
Kamehameha!
I'll start. I'll start. I'll start.
Hold things slow forward before you can land. Don't get side eyes and hit This is where you get the